All right, we'll get started. We're ready when you are. Go ahead.
All right, good afternoon. It's good seeing you guys. Happy holidays, future holiday coming up, but feels good coming off a big victory. I thought our guys did a heck of a job of weathering the storm and showing some mental fortitude when we had to go out there and put it together and come away with a touchdown, a much needed touchdown to put us in position. But with all that said, I thought it was a great team victory. I'm all ears.
Let's go first to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Eric, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. First of all, my question is about Travis Kelce. I mean, are you ever surprised anymore by the things he gets done in a game, or are you just at the point where you're just saying to yourself, that's Travis being Travis? And Brad, I'll have a second question as well.
You know what? Unfortunately, you do get amazed by some of the things that these guys do. And I've watched him do it over and over and over again. But to make the key plays that he does in those critical times when the play is needed, that's huge. And just watching his growth process and just thinking about all the years that he's been here and how he's just evolved, not only as a player, but more as a young man, right? And how he's developed as a captain and a leader. So those are the things that I enjoy watching. I love the energy that he brings, and I love the positive impact that he has with our team on the sideline. So it's been fun to watch.
Okay, and looks like you're going to need Ronald Jones. Maybe he'll be available to play on Sunday. Assuming he does, what's your expectations for him?
Well, assuming if he does play, and I know Veach and them will end up making the best decision for our team, obviously we're expecting Rojo to come out and be Rojo, the very best of him. He's done a heck of a job this entire season of just working hard, being the best of his very self. He doesn't take anything for granted. He does a great job in the classroom with G. Slew and those guys. On top of that, he does a great job of supporting his teammates. So I'm expecting Rojo, if he's up and playing, that he will come in and do what is expected of him.
Let's go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Coach, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours as well.
Happy Thanksgiving.
With the Rams, specifically with the Rams, obviously it's been a tumultuous season for them, up and down, but the one constant always seems to be Aaron Donald. Now, granted, you haven't seen him in a few years, but what is it about him that makes him so unique and so special to defend against?
You know what? I think all his life with people telling him what he can't and cannot do, and he should not be playing this particular position, I think all that has just been motivating for him. You know, and so one thing I have to admit, I'm a huge fan. I've watched him. I've had an opportunity to see him play when he was at the University of Pittsburgh, and just watching the evolution of it. You're talking about a special player, doesn't take anything for granted. I mean, he's a captain of the short man's club. So, but you talking about an impactful player that just finds ways to make plays at critical moments. We were joking about him last night, saying, hey, he's the Steph Curry of football, because Steph Curry makes a three when needed, and here he is making a sack when needed. Now, we don't want him making that critical sack against us, obviously, but the guy is a tremendous football player, and just getting to know him and watching him grow, he seems like an outstanding human being as well.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Mimicking everyone, happy holidays to you, Coach. Understanding the running game is more of an operation, of the whole offense, the offensive line. Isaiah Pacheco looks like he's taken a significant step these last two games. I know you guys have mentioned patience and things like that. What have you seen, especially in last game on the film, that sort of led him to have the success that he's had?
You know what? I thought he did a great job of just allowing the game to come to him. He was patient. He's just one of those guys early on. He's not as patient because he just wants to take the ball and go run into something. But you love that about the kid. But I thought as the game went along, I thought he got in the rhythm. On top of that, our offensive line did an outstanding job. But, one thing that I'm going to mention to him, and I'll say it here, is anybody can do something once. It's about putting consistent behavior on tape. And so we're going to need that from him. So he has to continue to evolve. He has to continue to grow. But on top of that, I know Coach Lou is going to do an outstanding job with him, as he has always, just like he has done with that entire group. And we're expecting him to continue to be Isaiah Pacheco.
Let's go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
And Brad, I'll have a follow-up question. Coach, I know with the holidays, it's all, roses and rainbows right now, but when you have so many receivers go down, you guys made a pretty significant investment in Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the offseason. Any disappointment that he wasn't, able to come up bigger for you in this game with so many guys being out?
Not disappointed at all. It's unfortunate. The receivers, they're in a situation where they have to depend on someone to help them along. And obviously the ball just didn't fall his way. And that wasn't by any design or anything that was constructed that way, but it just happened that way. And guys end up stepping up and making some plays. Now, Quez is still very much a part of what we do and how we do it. He's been working his tail off. I mean, this guy, he's a part of the family. And I will say this, the unique aspect about it, we're doing a great job of diversifying the football. And you got some young guys that happen to step up and made some plays this particular week. Now, who's to say that he won't have that outstanding day, coming up this weekend? So those guys understand that, hey, at times the ball will find them, at times it doesn't. But when it's all said and done with, these guys understand the most important thing. And that's about coming away with that alphabet that matters, and that's the W.
Contrast, Sky Moore did step up. He's had kind of some rough times, as we know, with on the special teams and everything. Why did it all seem to come together for him in this game?
He just seemed to persevere through adversity. Here's a kid, just what you said, Seren. He's been struggling at times, but you know what? It never put him in a dark place. Yeah, we always knew exactly what he can do. He just needed that opportunity to just go out there and shine. And the thing that he did, I thought he did a great job of, was that he didn't go out there thinking about what he needed to do. He just went out there and reacted and played. And that was fun to watch. And so we're going to continue to develop these guys. These guys are having fun. And then on top of that, they got one of the top quarterbacks in the league. So they all want to be at their best when given that opportunity to be at their best.
We'll go last to Mick Schaefer. Go ahead, Mick.
Hey, Eric, back in your playing days, the 2-minute drill was this, hurried process, and you hope to get down the field and maybe you have some timeouts and maybe you can score at the end of the drive. Now it's almost enough time to get 2 or 3 drives in, right? And you guys had another one to win the game on Sunday. We've seen you do it in 13 seconds. What's the biggest reason for that evolution? Is it quarterbacks? Is it better understanding of offense? What's your explanation for that?
I think it's a number of all the things. I think it's more of investing into it. Guys having more awareness and understanding the situations. And you guys have heard me discuss this over time. We spend a lot of time on situational football where we're talking through it, we're meeting through it. Coach Joe Blameyer puts together a great film that we go through on Saturdays, but it's always something that we're reviewing and constantly talking about. That way, now when our guys step up to the plate, they know exactly what needs to get done. And that's something else that we spend time during the off season with. We work through all those situations, and against our defense, putting our guys in those predicaments so they can understand how to react and play. And on top of that, it's great for us as coaches as well, because we have done it so frequently, we just remain poised and allow our guys to play. There's nothing to panic about. Just go out there and perform. You know what to do. You know what the expectations are.
Coach EB, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. You guys have a safe weekend.
You too, Coach. Thank you.